This is RG Tanner with Misadventures of a Schizophrenic, and I think this is vlog 10, so we're breaking double digits. Last time I did a video that was very dark and very somber, and so I wanted to do something a little bit more lighthearted this time, something that, you know, hopefully you can get a little bit of a laugh out of, because I know that it was certainly difficult for me to make that video, and so I hope that everyone's okay watching it, that it didn't trigger anyone. You know, I hope we're good to go. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is finding a psychiatrist or a therapist, and how difficult it can really be to find someone who fits within your particular needs. And I know that I have gone through some strange psychiatrists. For example, I met with a woman who told me, she got a few facts about me, about my schizophrenia, and I told her how I used to think that I was seeing dead people, and I went through a time when I thought I was a vampire, and she said, she looked at me straight down the barrel and said, "I think you might be an indigo child." And I was like, what's an indigo child? Well, we looked it up right then and there. Turns out an indigo child is basically a psychic. And she told me that I needed to harness my psychic abilities. And I was just like, wow. I'm the one in therapy? Wow. And the hard part is that if it had been 10 years earlier and I met with this woman, I would have believed her. I would have believed her hook, line, and sinker. I'm a psychic, I'm a psychic, I'm a psychic. And so it could be very dangerous in a sense, because if she said that to the wrong person, they could take it and run with it. Personally, I was like, okay, no thanks. You are not the right fit for me. And then years before that, I had a therapist who, she was a bit emotionally delicate. And I know this because I was having a hard time in one of our sessions and she offered me a Kleenex. I gently pushed the box away with my hand, and she thought that I was trying to assault her. She grabbed me by the arm, called me a few very nasty names, and threw me out of her office. Physically threw me out of her office. And needless to say, I didn't stay with her anytime after that. And then, let me think back. I definitely had, I don't know if you've read my blog, but I am a smoker, I am ashamed to admit. But I had a therapist who looked at my fingers and said, "I'm sorry, I don't treat addicts." And I was like, I'm not asking you to treat my addiction to cigarettes. I'm trying to be treated for schizophrenia. But nevertheless, I'm now working with somebody, and he's fantastic, but the difficulty is that he is very hard to book. He can see me about once a month, and that does not meet my psychological needs, and I'm hoping to establish a bit of better care with him. And, you know, I've also had therapists that are great people, amazing people. It just didn't work out because they wanted to be my friend more so than my therapist. And I have found that while you can be friendly with your psychiatrist and with your therapist, their main prerogative should be to treat your psychological needs. And for me, when someone isn't treating my psychological needs anymore and just wants to be my friend, I find that I'm paying a friend about $100 an hour just to shoot the shit with. And that's not okay with me. I want to make advances. I want to make progress. I want to, you know, I don't know, advance my thinking a little bit. I'm sorry if you're hearing chomping in the background. Dobby's eating his food. He's eating dinner right now. But personally, I want to push myself and seek out wellness and recovery to the best of my ability. The person I have to thank for that is my childhood psychiatrist, and he instilled in me the idea that I should expect nothing less than excellence from my healthcare providers, and that I should expect that from myself. I should think to myself that I need to be giving myself the best care possible. And I'll admit, I haven't always done that. I haven't always given myself the best care possible. For a while there, in my mid-20s, early 20s, I enjoyed being sick because it was easier. If you're sick, then no one can blame you for anything. You're sick, so you are not accountable. But that is just not right. You are still accountable for your actions, no matter how sick you are. And, you know, you need to say to yourself, I deserve the best care possible. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to find it. And sometimes it can be a hard search. Sometimes you see a dozen therapists in the span of a month to find that right fit. And that's okay. You know, go out and find your therapist. And no matter how many times it takes and how many tries you have to exhaust, you know, go out there and find them, because there's going to be someone out there. That psychiatry and psychology are two of the most popular majors in college, so there's got to be people out there in your area. I'm sure of it. And so just keep in mind that just because one person didn't work out for you doesn't mean that this other person won't work out for you. And, you know, it's like being a jigsaw puzzle. There is a match to your edges. You just got to go out and find it. And if you have some interesting encounters, then, you know, everybody's going to have some weird encounters. That's okay. That's okay. And just say, I am going to pick myself up and go and see the next one until I find the right fit. And so that's my story of finding a therapist. And, you know, I hope that you can find someone who you feel gives you the best care possible. And because you deserve it, no matter who you are, no matter who's watching, you deserve the best care possible for whatever your ailment is. Yeah, physical, mental, or emotional. No matter what, don't let anyone tell you different. So go out there, find your doctor, find your therapist, and never settle for anything less than excellence. If you want to read more about what I go through on a day-to-day level, just visit www.misadventuresofaschizophrenic.wordpress.com. If you're experiencing something right now that cannot wait until you find that therapist or until you see your therapist at your next session, please call this number. It is the Nambi Crisis number. They are open 24/7 and it is nationwide in the USA. So I hope you guys are having a great time. I hope to hear from you. Please comment below and tell me about your strange psychiatry encounters. And tell me what you would like to see on this channel. What would you like to see discussed? And so please comment below and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And so until later.